Hi YouTube, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, we're going to look at multiplying binomials using the Punnett Square. In a previous video, I covered multiplying binomials using the FOIL method. I think method could be easier for a lot of people, and some of my students find it easier. So what is this Punnett Square? Well, if you're in biology, you may have remembered that you have just a square here broken into four different regions here. Okay, and to multiply using the Punnett square, we're going to break apart each binomial. So we have x and then plus 3. We can just write 3. We don't have to write the plus. And then times x plus 4. And in each of these squares, we're going to multiply the individual items together. So this first one will do, x times x. That's going to give me x squared. And then we'll do x times 3, which is 3x. In this bottom row, we'll do 4 times x. We get 4x. And then 4 times 3, which is 12. Our last step when we're doing these types of problems is just to combine like terms. So my 4x and my 3x are the same. We can add those together and get 7x. So our final solution is going to be x squared plus 7x plus 12. And that's really all there is to using the Punnett square to multiply binomials. I think it's good, though, if we look at a few more examples and we get some practice at it. And as we look at these following examples, what I want you to do is, if you're trying to learn this method, pause the video, try and do it, and then see how I do it, and check and see if your answer is the same. Okay, so in our second example, we're going to multiply the binomial x minus 2 times the binomial x plus 5. So if you're trying to follow along, pause the video right now, and then unpause it once you've worked it out yourself. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's draw out our Punnett square here. Make this a little bit larger than the last one. Okay, and let's do x minus 2. So we're going to do an x here, and we're actually going to do the minus 2 here. Okay, and then we'll do times x plus 5. So multiplying the x minus 2 times the x plus 5. Okay, so we're going to do x times x. That's going to give us x squared. Then we're going to do x times minus 2. That's going to be minus 2x. Next one I'll have to make it a little wider too. And then we're going to do x times 5. That's going to give me 5x. And then 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Our last step is we want to combine our like terms. So 5x plus minus 2x, that's going to give me 3x. So our final solution for this example is going to be x squared plus 3x minus 10. Okay, did you get that answer? If you didn't, maybe go back and try it again. If you did, congratulations. All right, in our third example, we're going to multiply the binomial x minus 7 times the binomial x minus 1. So if you want to try this yourself, pause the video right now. Otherwise, I'm going to get right into it. So let's first draw out our Punnett square here. Okay, and we'll do x minus 7 times x minus 1. Okay, so first off, we're going to do x times x. That's going to give us x squared. Then we're going to do x times negative 7. That's going to give us a negative 7x. Then we'll do x times negative 1. That's going to give us a negative 1x. And then negative 1 times negative 7. A negative times a negative will be a positive 7. And I don't have to write the plus in front. I'm just going to write 7. Okay. We'll combine our like terms. So negative 1x plus negative 7x is negative 8x. All right, and let's write out our final solution, which is going to be x squared minus 8x plus 7. And there we go. Okay, in our fourth example, we're going to multiply the binomial x squared minus 1 times the binomial x plus 3. You'll see at the end, this one will be a little bit different, but if you're trying to work these out as you go through the video, pause it now and see if you can get it. Otherwise, let's just go into it. So let's draw out our Punnett square here. Okay, and we're going to multiply x squared minus 1. So x squared minus 1 times x plus 3. So first off, we're going to do x times x squared. So this is like x to the first power times x to the second power. Now, when you multiply two exponents with the same base, you add the exponents. So we're going to have x to the third power when we multiply these two together. X times negative 1 is a minus 1x. Okay, so next up, we're going to do 3 times x squared. So we're going to get 3x squared. And then we're going to do 3 times negative 1. So that'll be negative 3. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that there are no like terms. So we can't combine like terms. So we're actually going to have 4 terms in our final solution. We're going to start with the highest exponent here, so x cubed. Then we'll go to the next highest, which is the plus 3x squared. After that, we'll do the minus 1x, which I can just write as minus x. When I just write minus x, it's understood there's a 1 in front of here. So that'll be minus 1x, and then minus 3. And there we are for that example. All right, in our final example of this video, we're going to multiply x cubed plus 4 times x squared minus 5. So if you want to pause the video and try it out, now's the time. Otherwise, let's get into it. So I'm going to draw out my Punnett square here. And we'll do x cubed plus 4. So x cubed plus 4 times x squared minus 5. Okay, so first off, we're going to do x squared times x cubed. So we have the same base, and we're going to add the exponents. So it'll be 2 plus 3, it'll be x to the 5th power. Then we're going to do x squared times 4. That's going to be 4x squared. And then we're going to do x cubed times negative 5. That's going to be negative 5x cubed. And finally, we'll do negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20. So we're going to have x to the 5th minus 5x cubed plus 4x squared minus 20. Okay, and that's our solution to that one. If this video was helpful to you and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, and I want to thank you for watching.